Weeks after India's debacle down under, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, has issued a 10-point directive for centrally contracted players. The BCCI protocol includes mandatory participation in domestic cricket, restrictions on the presence of families and personal staff during tours, and a ban on individual endorsements while a series is underway. According to BCCI, the decision was made to promote discipline, unity, and a positive team environment while ensuring professional standards and operational efficiency during tours and series. To underline the severity of these guidelines, the BCCI has stated that any player who doesn't comply may face disciplinary action. Before we discuss the specifics of the BCCI directive, please like the video and subscribe to Cricket for more updates. The BCCI has reiterated that it is mandatory for players to make themselves available for domestic cricket matches. The rule was first laid down by the BCCI in 2024 when it noticed the trend of some players prioritizing IPL over domestic cricket. This directive comes amid concerns that Indian batsmen like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma did not prioritize Ranji Trophy, which could have contributed to the team's poor batting performance in the recent Test series. The BCCI said, and I quote, "Participation in domestic matches is mandatory for players to remain eligible for selection in the national team and for central contracts, as per BCCI guidelines. This policy ensures that players remain connected to the domestic cricket ecosystem, fostering talent development, maintaining match fitness, and strengthening the overall domestic structure." Unquote. One of the key points of the directives was the presence of players' families during any tour. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, it has become a common practice for families to accompany players during long tours. However, the board has approved only a 2-week window for families to stay with the players during overseas tours that exceed 45 days. The BCCI has now made it mandatory for all the players to only travel in the team bus, even if players have families accompanying them to the ground on match days. The board said, and I quote, "All players are expected to travel with the team to and from matches and practice sessions. Separate travel arrangements with families are discouraged to maintain discipline and team cohesion." The BCCI has also told players to attend the practice sessions in full, which could end the optional training sessions going forward. Indian players usually don't opt for full practice sessions on the eve of a game, and it remained optional under the tenure of Ravi Shastri and Rahul Dravid. BCCI also imposed restrictions on players taking individual staff, which includes personal managers, chefs, assistants, and security. The new directives also mandates that players have to make themselves available for BCCI's official shoots, promotional activities, and functions. However, they will not be permitted to engage in personal shoots or endorsements during any series or tour. This is implemented to avoid distractions. The BCCI has stressed if there is any non-compliance, there will be disciplinary action, including sanctions. It said, the BCCI reserves the right to take disciplinary action against a player, which may include sanction against the concerned player for participating in all BCCI-conducted tournaments, including the Indian Premier League, and deduction from retainer amount, match fees under BCCI player contract, unquote. So, do you think will the players play by BCCI's rule, or will these new rules have a negative impact on the players before a marquee event like the Champions Trophy? Tell us in the comments below.